Hi, Brianna. It's Boo here. And wow, what an opportunity to speak at the heads of independent coeducational schools. Your brief struck a chord with me immediately. Very purpose driven, very focused on outcomes, but also well being. And for me, it felt like a bit of a journey through my life where I had the opportunity to connect with purpose at the age of 6, where I felt like I wanted to be a fighter pilot, and it drove everything I ever did up to the age of 21, where I successfully achieved that goal. And subsequently, for the last 25 years, have been living a very purposeful life all over the world, from fighter pilot to business owner and founder, to helping individuals and organizations connect with purpose, but not just purpose in terms of an idea, purpose in terms of action. And I talk about a subject I like to call it deep performance. And deep performance is all about journeying beyond the concept of high performance, a journey that's resource intensive, expensive, and unsustainable, into a journey where we can continuously surpass expectations sustainably throughout our whole life. Because that's the journey I've had personally. And the more I reflect on it and research deep performance, I see these recurring themes with the likes of Serena Williams, Roger Federer, Oprah Winfrey. Anyone who's able to consistently outperform even high performers have an incredible mastery of purpose, time, and trust. And I think in this forum, and particularly in education, where we need to learn and grow young human beings into viable and productive adults, going from an information swamped environment into a focused, purpose-driven life is a challenge. And I think that connecting to purpose now is maybe a slower journey than it was for us, purely because we didn't have all of that information at hand. And what I'd really love to do is connect the delegates at the event with a methodology that I learned as a fighter pilot and I've used my entire life, and helped my own children aged 15 and 12, one of whom is suffering with pretty significant mental health issues, on how to just turn off the noise and connect to purpose. And it was a technique that fighter pilots call debriefing. And it's all about taking our intentions and connecting them to actions, because as human beings, as you would know, we're very well-intentioned, but sometimes the rubber doesn't hit the road. So it was a 4-step process that fighter pilots use to be intentional and achieve a success rate of 98%. And let's not undersell success as a motivator for living a good life and for well-being and safety, because when we are part of a team and it's doing well, we feel really good. So the 4-step process was to ask ourselves, what's our intention? What's the purpose? What's the result relative to where we want to be? And there's a gap there, isn't there? There's always a gap between where we want to be and where we are now, unless we've all got amazing crystal balls. And sometimes it's a positive gap, but usually it's a shortfall. So we ask ourselves another simple question, which is why? What is the reason this shortfall exists? And typically we get lost in the reasons. We get on the internet, we're Googling 50,000 reasons why I shouldn't be a happy person, or 50,000 reasons why I should be happy, but I'm not. Fighter pilots realize our brain doesn't work that well. We have to move quickly and we have to keep making progress. So we only find out a reason, just one, because the most important piece for us is to take that reason and find an action, something I can do tomorrow. And it only has to be a small thing. Because when I take this action and it inches me forward to my purpose, my intentions, I start to feel good. I start to feel positive. I start to feel hope. And hope's a very powerful word for humanity right now. And when we don't have that purpose, and we don't have the ability, I call it thinking in circles, always coming back to purpose, not just A to B, not just a task, not just a project, but always connecting that conversation back to purpose, I feel provides people with a very powerful way of talking within themselves, but also talking amongst a group of people. So I think we can have a really powerful conversation. If you have any more questions, please reach out to Anita and the team at Ode, and hopefully I can come and join you. It would be a real pleasure to come and have a chat next year.